How barren our lives would be without our animal friends. Digging deeper, their presence on our planet is just as important as ours. In fact, at times, animals set a better example of what it is to be human than we do. In this aspect, Avena is more human than a dog. Avena, which is Spanish for oatmeal, came to us from the street. She is a purebred Bailey, or Continental Toy Spaniel, about 3/4 the size of a loaf of bread. My guess is that she was either a runaway due to maltreatment or cleverly done on a busy public place. We saw her on the street, and as we opened one of our car doors, she jumped right in. Not only is she very intelligent and an accomplished dancer, but she is always on the alert for trouble. Once, 16 people went to a popular beach outside of Ensenada, Mexico. What is remarkable of this particular patch of sand is that a person can wade in ankle to knee-deep water for several hundred yards. Avena came along on this trip. Avena positioned herself as the point of a perfect V so that she could watch all the kids in the water. If she thought that one was straying too far away, she'd bark a warning and then run in the direction of the child. I watched her most of the afternoon in rapt fascination. While she was a great nanny, she hated getting her fur wet in the ocean. Dogs are Mother Nature's comedians. You don't believe me? How do dogs greet each other? Anybody remember how dogs greet each other? Yeah, right? Well, our four-footed canine friends are a great source of memorable humor. For example, let's revisit Avena. She is highly cultured and travels the high road as far as dogs are concerned. In fact, she tries mimicking human behavior as much as possible. However, once in a while, Avena reverts back to her base canine self. After receiving a flea bag one morning, Avena accompanied the family to the beach. Seeing a pile of fresh horse apples, she made a beeline for the manure and started rolling in it, happy as a clam. We were shocked and then started laughing. For the next half hour, there was a stalemate. Avena refused to leave her special spot, and nobody wanted to force her to remove her either. Finally satisfied, Avena regained her composure and regally walked away. However, we spent the next hour coaxing her into the surf. Impatient, I bit the bullet, picked her up, and dumped her gently into the sea. It was far better that Avena wear perfume de la mar than horse apple toilette. By the way, these are some of Avena's great observations. It's okay to enjoy fast food once in a while. For me, that means using my mouth to catch a fly in midair. The challenge now is to see if I can catch one with my paws. I got the idea from watching the first Karate Kid movie, watching the humans use chopsticks to catch the flies. Now, would that be considered playing with my food? And then another observation. Always make sure that the coast is clear before you have a good scratch. And now a great one. Never sweat the fleas that come your way. The key is not to let them make you part of our service. This is a recent conversation between my dogs after I'd been gone on one of my trips for over 45 days. Galan, the Chihuahua. I wonder where Tony is. I haven't seen him in many days of dog feedings. He used to give us keeper food. Onyx, the Schnauzer mix. Who's Tony? Avena, I mean. Shame on you, Onyx. Tony's a man who sometimes acts like a clown, and sometimes acts like a musical instrument, and sometimes acts like a human. Picasso, the Italian greyhound. What's up, Tony? When are you going to come back and take me on another long walk? He's got long legs and he puts them right on your shoulder. He's your pet. Speaking of walks, when I am back in Ensenada, I do try and walk the dogs when time allows. Do you know that in many ways, walking the dog has its own digital social media? For instance, during a recent walk with my Chihuahua, Galan, Portugal, he stopped at least 15 times and checked the emails that had been left for him. In at least 5 instances, he replied and sent his own. Throughout the walk, he checked out downloads that had been left. He also uploaded a few of his own attachments. Because Galan is still considered a teen dog, his trips through Ensenada's digital community dog book are always supervised. It is a dog-to-dog world out there. Since he'll soon be an adult, I am looking into a professional networking organization called Sausage Mix. I think that it will be a better use of his time than the flea-ridden program By the way, Galan has been busy filling out job applications. Here is his recent letter to Taco Bell. Dear Taco Bell, yo quiero, excuse me, I want to, be the new spokesdog for your products. I am 10 veces, excuse me again, 10 times, more handsome than the pinchy perro, nice dog, that you use now. You need pruebas, excuse me one last time, proof that I am very handsome? Well, all of the Señorita Perras dogs in the Colonia neighborhood call me Papi Chulo, Papi Papi, Papi Papi, Papi Papi, Papi Papi. Cuando? When do I start? Come on, don't you know? You won't. As I was re-engineering the direction of my life, I wanted to create an opportunity that allowed me to work, regardless of where I was located in the world. Through the wonders of Wi-Fi and internet connections, I am now living my dream. An interesting benefit is that this dream is also saturated with pets. In Waco, Susan's dog Sadie was my constant companion in the sun porch where I was working. In fact, Sadie sat next to me the entire time that I was there. All I can say is that she's a faithful little terrier. However, while Sadie was every inch the lady, Tootsie the Doxie always pressed her advantage. When I was staying at her master's house, Tootsie would sometimes sneak into bed with me and under the covers, generally while I was fast asleep. In my opinion, it is never a good idea, if you're a dog, to sneak up on a sleeping human and lay your cold and wet nose on their privates. However, this is exactly what Tootsie did one night. I woke up and rocketed off the couch like I was shot out of a cannon. Tootsie was so shaken by my reaction that she quickly galloped upstairs. To this day, we don't talk about this experience whenever we run into each other.